Good day, everybody. My name is Axel Germo, and today I'm going to present you the CyberStrike penetration testing service from KIDAN. Basically, CyberStrike is a KIDAN advanced penetration testing service that combines autonomous attack simulation, vulnerability validation, attack paths analysis, and security exposure assessment to identify any exploitable weaknesses across internal and external cloud and hybrid environments. It replicates real-world advisory techniques to deliver actionable security intelligence and prioritize remediation guidance. Basically, CyberStrike, its design, it's not a traditional vulnerability scan nor a traditional penetration testing. It's an advanced AI penetration testing service that's designed to simulate real-world advisory, validate exploitable attack paths, discover any lateral movement vectors, and assess the overall business impact risk on your business. It focuses on what an attacker can actually compromise, not merely what a vulnerability exists or not. Basically, a pre-engagement, we will need a little meeting session with you, with your company, to define the attack surface, to identify any critical asset, whether you want to include it or exclude it, to understand the business priorities, and to align our penetration testing with the compliance requirement, and basically to establish testing boundaries, a contract, a date, a time, urgent contact, etc., etc. For the penetration testing, whether it's an internal or external, we follow 5 most important steps. We start by asset discovery, where we first identify any reachable asset across the internal and the external attack surface. This includes host, servers, services, exposed IP ranges, domain subnets, network zone, and critical infrastructure component. Then we move to the network enumeration, which is after basically discovering all of these assets, we enumerate the network and services to identify potential vulnerabilities and CVEs. This include open ports, service versions, exposed protocols, misconfiguration, outdated software, weak authentication point, and vulnerable component. Then we move to the third step, which is the autonomous exploits. Based on this finding from the enumeration step, CyberStrike attempt a control exploitation method to validate whether the identified weaknesses are actually exploitable or not. This can help to make a difference between theoretical vulnerabilities and real attack opportunities. Then we come to the phase 4 of the penetration testing, where we identify all the weaknesses. So basically, the CyberStrike tool confirms the exploitable vulnerability, any misconfiguration, privilege issues, weak credentials, and security gaps discovered during the attack simulation. These steps validate the technical evidence and prepare the finding for reporting. Finally, the results are translated into business and technical impact. The report explains what was exploited, how was, where was exploited, the issues that we find, and what system are affected, and what remediation action should be taken immediately. For the internal penetration testing, basically the simulated internal threat actors, we test any Active Directory security, any password, hygienes, Kerberos weaknesses, NTLM exposure, trust relationships, lateral movement. Basically, we are looking for weak credential, overprivileged account, misconfiguration system, and segmentation failures. Basically, to determine how far an attacker can move inside your network in case of internal compromise. For the external penetration testing, we evaluate more in the public infrastructure, VPN gateways, firewalls, web application, cloud services, and remote services, remote access services. Also, we are looking for exposed services, for a vulnerable application, for misconfiguration, and weak authentication mechanism. The main object is to discover any vulnerabilities before an actual external hacker or threat actor can do. Quick look on our CyberStrike tool. This is a screenshot of our tool where it gives you a comprehensive overview over the tool once the penetration testing is done, what impact are gathered, what weaknesses were discovered, what credentials were harvested, what hosts were compromised, and other information as well. Another screenshot where it shows you deep dive inside the penetration testing report, where it shows you each vulnerability and align with the MITRE ATT&CK framework and with what can cause you as a risk, whether it's a domain compromise or host compromise or a business email compromise. Once both internal and external penetration testing were done, the CyberStrike deliver an executive summary report, which is a high-level business risk overview, a technical penetration testing report, which is containing all the detailed findings, the evidence, what we find, where we find it, how did we find it, attack paths, and any risk rating. And then we also provide you with a fix action report to prioritize remediation steps that you must take as soon as possible. If there's any quick wins that you have to take in order to secure yourself more, and also a long-term improvement steps that you must take. And finally, we will provide you with a segmentation assessment report. Basically, it's explain the network trust analysis, lateral movement opportunities inside your network, and any segmentation weaknesses that we might find inside your network. In general, CyberStrike goes beyond vulnerability scanning and normal penetration testing nowadays. It validates real attack paths and it stimulates advisory behavior and demonstrate how isolated weaknesses can be chained together to compromise critical business assets. The main result are actionable intelligence that actually enable organization and companies to reduce risk and strengthens their overall security posture. Thank you very much for listening.